Are you ready for your headliner? This lady has been on the Style Network. She's been at the Riviera in Las Vegas, and she's been on Byron Allen's Entertainers. Please put your hands together for Bobbie Oliver!
Y'all keep it going for Brian Monarch, working hard for you. Come on. It was so worth it to fuck him for this gig. It really was. Sorry about the condom, honey. And y'all give a big hand for everybody that was in the contest. Weren't they great? There's some really funny people here. This is reserved for my family, so thanks for respecting that. They're really supportive. I'm not from here. I'm from Athens, Georgia. One person gives a shit. Thanks. I guess you could say I'm cliche, though, because like every actor and comedian in this town, I moved here because I had a dream. My dream was to get the hell away from my family. So I've made it. Oh, good, you hate your family, too. I grew up really poor. Anybody grew up poor? What, y'all just rich motherfuckers right here? Grew up poor. I don't know what you had going on. This is a true story. When we were growing up, y'all, there was 7 of us in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom trailer. Yeah. I mean, my brother Gerald went to prison. He wrote me a letter. Dear Bobbie, this place is a palace. They only got 2 guys to a room. They eat 3 times a day. He said, I want to stay here forever. He said, I got a plan. They try to let me out of here, I'm going to kill somebody. My sister's one of these people, maybe you know, she won't read a newspaper and she won't watch the news on TV. But she is addicted to the History Channel. Right? So if you want her opinion on a current event, you have to wait like 100 years. She's going to be so excited when she finds out we had a black president. They took off an episode of my favorite TV show because they said it was a bad influence on kids. They didn't do that when we were little, did they? Hell no. Y'all, when we were little, after watching Mary Poppins, my sister jumped off the roof of our trailer with an umbrella. Right? And nobody said cancel Mary Poppins. They just said, hey, that girl's stupid. And she is. So this is true. About 10 years ago, I adopted my sister's 2 kids. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. She's not dead or anything. She's just a loser. And when we got them, they were teenagers. Anybody ever had teenagers? Yeah, explains the apathy right up front. Yeah. If you have, back me up on this, okay? If you've had teenagers, especially nowadays, y'all, you have got to talk to them about drugs. You do, right? You can't avoid it. I tried. One day, y'all, they actually sat me down. They said, Bobbie, you were too old to smoke pot. You could be too old? They actually said, if your friends really liked you, they wouldn't care if you did drugs. I said, shouldn't you be somewhere smoking cigarettes and having premarital sex? And then my niece asked me for an iPod. I'm like, a $400 Walkman? I don't think so. And she actually said, well, how much do you spend on pot? I said, not enough to put up with this bullshit. There's not enough pot in the world for that. And my niece is gothic. Do you know what I'm talking about? Dress all in black. Who knew that was so expensive? It costs a lot of money to look like hell. It does. They don't exactly sell those combat boots at Target. And those satanic t-shirts aren't cheap either. Who knew 666 was the fucking price tag? So I married a geek. Thanks. And then we adopted a couple of little mini geeks. So now we get to sit around the dinner table every night talking about stuff like Lord of the Rings. and Dungeons and Dragons. You know what? No offense. I just want to get through one meal without talking about the Bridge of Aragon, the Sword of Avondale. I'm like, Jesus Christ, am I the only one in this family ever got laid in high school? No offense, Brian. Wherever you are. You're World of Warcraft. Before the kids got to us, they were homeschooled. Yeah, my sister with the 8th grade education homeschooled them. I swear to God. I think it was a little more emphasis on home, a little less on school. So them homeschool meant she got to sleep all day and the kids would sit around in the underwear eating Fruity Pebbles and watching the History Channel. They don't know the square root of 4, but they are fucking experts on Cleopatra. Just so important. Actually, my niece got me into the Discovery Channel. Y'all watch Discovery Channel? Yeah. Hey, Discovery Channel's cool when you're high. You know what I'm talking about. And, meet me after I have weed. We saw, I don't know if you saw this, we saw the most horrible thing, y'all, on Discovery Channel. We saw this documentary on cosmetics testing on animals. Right? We should not be doing these tests on animals. Y'all don't give a shit about animals. How about this? We should be doing these tests on serial killers. Right? Like, I've been thinking about this. I got a plan. Like, we got to spend all this money to keep Charles Manson in prison for the rest of his life. We couldn't stop by and put a little shampoo in his eye every now and then. Tell him it's all part of Helter Skelter. I also saw these people on the Discovery Channel called Modern Primitives. Do you know what I'm talking about? They duplicate these painful tribal rituals. Y'all, they do things like they hang on hooks by their nipples in the woods. I know, you always got to do that kind of shit in the woods, don't you? Where are you going to go? And apparently they do it because if you put your body through enough pain, you'll hallucinate. Ooh. It gets you high. I know, right? I just want to grab these people and shake them around and go, hey, there's a whole list of things that'll get you high. Don't be so quick to jump on the first one you hear about. Right, don't get me wrong, I'm sure hanging on hooks by your nipples will do it. But frankly, that's what drugs are for. Eat a mushroom. So much nicer. I also saw A Brief History of Time with Stephen Hawking. Who knows Stephen Hawking? Stephen Hawking? If you don't know Stephen Hawking, he has like Lou Gehrig's disease, I think, right? He's lost the use of his entire body. He can't even speak. He's just typing shit out with one finger. But here's the deal. Since getting this disease, not before, since getting this disease, he's become an author, a professor, and an astrophysicist. Boy, am I a loser. I have control over my whole body. I haven't done shit. But that's the way it always is in the movies, am I right? The triumph of the human spirit. The handicapped person always overcomes. I hate those movies. I do. Just watch y'all. I want to see a movie about a handicapped person that just says, fuck it. Gives up. I don't know, spends the rest of their life sitting around getting high and watching porn. Because you know that's what I would do. Okay, that's what I do now. But y'all, I'm very happy to announce that my niece that I'm raising got accepted to the California College of Arts in San Francisco. Yes. $41,000 a year. $41,000. I know, and I told her, I said, honey, since we haven't had you since birth, we haven't had enough time to save this kind of money. But y'all, the truth is, between us, hell, I just kind of figured she'd get pregnant, get on crystal meth like the rest of the family. What? I didn't see college coming. I've actually been thinking about it a lot, though, and I recently decided that I want my child to become a comedian. So I've started to neglect her. I have planned a rigorous program of harsh criticism and mixed messages. She's going to be fucking hilarious. The comedians get that because we know our mothers didn't love us.